Hello everyone, today we are going to discuss the Roderick formula of the Legendre polynomial. So what is the Roderick formula? So this is the expression of the Roderick formula which is used to find out the Legendre polynomials in terms of x. So as we know that the Legendre polynomials which we can evaluate using Scilab inbuilt command will give only the numeric values of the Legendre polynomial. So what is the meaning of the numeric values? We can only evaluate the values of the Legendre polynomials at a given value of x, and for Legendre polynomials x lies in between -1 and +1. So any value which lies between -1 and +1 we can evaluate the Legendre polynomial, but Scilab does not provide any functionality or any command which will provide us the Legendre polynomials expression in terms of x. So we will use, or we will write our own code to find out the expression of the Legendre polynomials using Roderick formula. So let's start. So this is our Scilab editor, and first we will write two commands, clc and clear. clc is basically used to clear the screen or clear the console, and clear command is basically used to delete the or clear the memory of the Scilab, so that previously stored variables will be deleted and we can start from fresh. So as we can see from the expression of the Roderick formula, here we have used x, which is a symbol. So first we will define a symbol x in our Scilab. So what is the command to declare a symbol in Scilab is basically x is equal to poly bracket start 0 comma x. So this command will declare the x as a symbol. Now what we have to next we have to do is we have to choose the order of the Legendre polynomial, and we can see here the order of the Legendre polynomial is given by n. So we will take the value of n. Let us assume that n is equal to 2. Now the next term is in the Roderick formula is, we can see we are differentiating the term x square minus 1 whole to the power n by n times with respect to x. So first what we will do is we will declare this term. We will create this x square minus 1 whole to the power n term in our Scilab command, in our Scilab editor. So what we will do is, let us assume that y is equal to x star x minus 1 whole to the power n. So this command will generate the expression x square minus 1 whole to the power n. Let us see what this command is giving to us. We just save and execute this command and we'll see the output in the console. So we can see 1 minus 2x square plus x to the power 4. So this is nothing but the expression of x square minus 1 ki power square. So this will give, so we can see we have generated the value of x square minus 1 whole ki power 2 in terms of x. Now next thing what we have to do is we have to differentiate this expression with respect to x. How many times? N times, and we in our case n is equal to 2, so we will differentiate the expression x square minus 1 whole to the power n 2 times or n times, because n is here 2 in our case, so we'll differentiate 2 times. So what is, how we can do this derivate command? So let us cite this y underscore dash is equal to derivate command. So we are going to see how the derivate command works and why. So now we will write print this y underscore dash. So y underscore dash is what? This is basically the y prime or first order derivative of the y. Y is nothing but x square minus 1 whole to the power n, and in our case n is equal to 2. This is x square minus 1 whole square. So let us see what we are getting. So we can see the value of y is 1 minus 2x square plus x to the power 4, and when we differentiate it with respect to s, we will get minus 4x plus 4x cube. So derivate command is giving us the first order derivative of the y. But what we want the nth order derivative of the value y. Okay, so what we have to do in order to get the nth order derivative, we have to differentiate n times. So how can we do that? We will do that with the help of for loop. So how many times we have to differentiate? N times. So we will run the loop n is equal for I is equal to 1 to n. So we are running the loop how many times? N times, because we want to differentiate it. Since we are differentiating it n times, so what we will do is we will cut this command, paste it in the inside for loop. Now what we will do, suppose we are differentiating first time when I is equal to 1, derivate y, this will be the first derivative will be stored in y underscore dash. Now when n is equal to 2, it will again differentiate y, but this will give only first derivative of y, because derivate command will differentiate only one time. So what we will do is we will replace the value of y every time we differentiate. So when first time differentiation will occur, we will get first order derivative of y, it will be stored in y, and the old value will be overwritten by the new value. So now we will have first derivative of y in y. Now again we will differentiate, so this loop will run n times, and at the end in y what we will get is the y will contain the nth order derivative of the initial value of y, which is nothing but x square minus 1 whole to the power n. So in our case, since n is equal to 2, the 2 times differentiation will give us, let's see what it will give. So first we will write this disk command inside loop so that we can see the output after every differentiation. So let us check the output in the console. So we can see the initial value of y is 1 minus 2x square x to the power 4. Now after first differentiation we will get minus 4x plus 4x cube. Now again we will differentiate this minus 4x plus 4x cube with respect to x, we will get minus 4, and 3 into 4 is 12x square. So what we are getting is, after executing the loop 2 times or n times, we will getting the second order derivative of y. But to get this second order derivative of y, what will we have to do is, we have to every time we have to store the derivative of y in y only. That means we will replace the or overwrite the old value with the derivative value. So now let us remove this. So now our y will contain the nth derivative of the term x square minus 1 whole to the power n, and we are getting the values in terms of x or expression of x we are getting, which is our aim. Now what we have to do is, we have done that much part, this part has been done. We have created the expression x square minus 1 whole to the power n and differentiate this expression with respect to x n times. The next term is this 1 by 2 की power n factorial. That means now we have to divide the value of y which we have obtained so far with 2 की power n and n factorial. So now let's do that. So Pn will be equal to y divided by bracket start. We are starting the bracket in the denominator for a safer side, so that there is no error in the division. So 2 की power n star bracket start factorial bracket n. So this factorial will give the n factorial, and 2 की power n will give the 2 की power n. So Pn will nothing but contain the nth order Legendre polynomial, and since in our case n is equal to 2, so we will get the second order Legendre polynomial, which is P2. Now let us display the value of Pn. So what we are getting is minus 0.5 plus 1.5 x square. Now let us check whether we are getting the correct answer or not. So we will look at this book and we can see P2 is nothing but 3x square minus 1 divided by 2, which is 1.5 x square minus 0.5, and what we are getting is 1.5 x square minus 0.5, which is exactly same. So what we have done is we are able to generate the expression of nth order Legendre polynomials in terms of x by using the Roderick formula in Scilab. So but this functionality is not directly available in Scilab, but we can do it by writing this code. Now what we have done is by changing the value of n, we can generate any order of the Legendre polynomial. So right now we are taking the value of the n from the editor only. Now we will take the value of the n from the user. So for that we will use the input command and write the message, enter the value of n. Now we will run the code and see what we are getting in the console. So the console, it is asking the enter the value of n. So let us write 3, or let us, for the simplicity, not 3, let us write 1. And as we know that the value of P1 is x, so let's check what we are getting. So we can see minus 1 plus x square is the value of x square minus 1 whole to the power 1, and we are getting the Legendre polynomial is x. So let us beautify our code. As we know that we are getting the correct value of the expression x square minus 1 whole to the power n, we can remove this and we will write this double quotes the value of the Legendre polynomial is, and now we will run the command or program and let's see what we are getting. The program is asking us to enter the value of n. I will write now 2. So what we are getting is the value of the Legendre polynomial is minus 0.5 plus 1.5 x square. So by using Roderick formula we can generate the expression for the any order of the Legendre polynomial. So this is the code for the Legendre polynomial using Roderick formula, and in the next session we will try to evaluate the properties of the Legendre polynomials also.